Good morning, KW Colorado. I don't know why my camera's so out of focus, Kelly. Do you know how to fix that?
No.
Oh, there it goes.
I fixed it. I fixed it magically.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Welcome to the KW Colorado Regional Rally. I'm super excited that Dusty Oglesby is going to be joining us towards the end. We've got some announcements. We've got a market update. We've got KW Cares chatting with us a little bit, a bunch of things to cover. Let's get rolling. My name is Russ Nolting. I'm your regional director, and Kelly Sutter, as usual, is with us. She's our regional operations manager. We're introducing two new people to our regional team, Jenny Schlip, our regional MCA, and Leslie Jackson, our interim regional tech trainer, who you can go to with any tech questions that you might have. Hey, I want to start by saying congratulations to our leadership teams. KW Colorado agents, your leadership teams throughout the region are leading the way in Colorado. In fact, or excuse me, at KWRI, we are number 3 for all 30 regions in terms of our growth this year. We've netted 56 agents in a down market. There's only 2 regions that have grown faster than we have, and those are the Southeast regions with 4 times as many agents as we have, and the Michigan and Northern Ohio region that has double the agents. Your leadership teams are doing an amazing job. In fact, when you look at our growth as a percentage of our agent count, which is something we do at KW International, Colorado's number 1. So can we just take a moment and do a virtual or real clap to our leadership team? I see Rachel on the screen. Congrats, Rachel and Greg. And I see Chantel and Jolynn and Travis. They're all doing a great job of contributing to helping us grow as a region faster than any other region in all of KWRI. So great job, everyone. Some quick announcements. I'm ready for the Rocky Mountain Summit. I hope you are as well. We're going to be doing a drawing at the end of today's rally for a free ticket. We've got about 100 seats sold for the rally. So the capacity in the room is like 350. So go buy your ticket. You can get it at kwcoloradoevents.com. Not only do we have about 1/3 of the seats sold, yet we also have a lot of rooms booked. And the rooms will sell out faster than the tickets. So if you don't want to stay at the Holodome down the street, get signed up. There's really not a Holodome down the street, but get signed up and get your ticket, your seat for your hotel room for the hike. We've got a reduced rate. That hotel is usually about $480 a night, and they're doing our reduced rate at $259. You can get your Marriott points. Our guest speakers are Dr. Jason Selk, who is a performance psychologist. He works with top CEOs and professional athletes. Abe Shreve is coming back this year. Jordan Freed is going to be there. Christy Belt-Grossman, Dusty Oglesby, who's speaking today, will be there, and we'll be having a luxury portion with Brady Sandall. The agenda is you can come early on Wednesday for the luxury summit with Brady. That's on Wednesday at 1 to 4, and then an evening reception. On Thursday, we have masterminds, and then the welcome party in the evening. And then on Friday, we have our main event from 8 to 4 in the main ballroom. Tomorrow, I'm going to be hosting this month's Coffee and Profit Share. We're going to be talking about the upcoming IALC proposals and just giving clarity on those proposals and what to expect. And want to make sure that everyone at KW is involved in the debate over this. So if you're interested in what's happening to Profit Share, please come tomorrow at 9:30. The way to sign up is to go to coffeeandprofitshare.com. You can sign up there. You can also join the Zoom right there. Is that correct, Kelly?
Yes, and I dropped it in the chat. Yep.
Coffeeandprofitshare.com. We are also almost sold out for Quantum Leap with Wendy Papazan. This is happening at the South Metro Denver Realtor Association. It's $99. You can sign up at kwcoloradoevents.com. The event is July 27th. Every Friday, your region is interviewing a different top agent or leader for our Where Entrepreneurs Thrive podcast. You can catch it live on Fridays at 9:30 at the KW Colorado region page on Facebook, or you can find the replay on your favorite podcast site. Kelly?
Yeah, so KWRI is raising, has a goal of raising $400,000 in honor of Gary Keller's birthday, which is this Friday, July 21st. They're doing this for KW Kids Can and to give away scholarships for Quantum Leap. You can go to the next slide. So all of your market centers have, we've given out information for all of your market centers to set up a campaign. Our regional goal is for every market center to raise $1,000 towards this scholarship campaign. You can participate in a live call on July 21st, and every individual agent who donates $66 will have access to attend a private call, Inside Success, Gary's Secrets to Finding Value in Your Purpose. So you get access to that just by donating $66 to your market center. And any market center who raises $1,000 will get the opportunity to stream that live for all of their agents in their market centers. The grand prizes from KWRI, the region who donates the most funds gets a 1-hour call for leadership with Mark King and a 1-hour call for agents with Jason Abrams. And then any market center who donates the most in all of KWRI will get a special in-person QL with Brandy, Wendy, or Nikki Miller. Next slide. We are also doing something special in our region for those market centers who are participating in this. The market center in the KW Colorado region that raises the most money will win. We're going to set up a private lunch at the Rocky Mountain Summit with one of our speakers. We're trying to get our keynote speaker, Jason Self, but if it's not him, we're going to have lunch with one of our other amazing speakers. That's a private event for leadership and the agents in the market center who donate the most. Right now, currently leading the way is the Vail Market Center with $419. So the deadline to donate is this Friday, July 21st. So if you're interested in participating, make sure you get with your market center leadership. They have all the instructions on how to get signed up and to donate for that event and help us hit our regional goal of $23,000, which is $1,000 per market center.
Love it. All right. We've got Mindy and Lexi from KW Cares here. Do you want to spotlight them, Kelly?
Yes.
And I should stop sharing, right?
Correct.
There's Mindy. Hey, Mindy.
Hi, everyone. Lexi.
Yeah, there we go. Hi, everybody. Gosh,
All right, take it away.
Up close in person there.
Well, thank you all so much. We're going to talk to you all a little bit about KW Cares and just kind of a policy changes, and we'll end with a video of one of our grantees. So KW Cares our mission is together we support, empower, and protect our Keller Williams family during times of hardships due to sudden emergencies. We are led by a board of directors who make the crucial role of ensuring that we are effective and live by our KW Cares mission. We meet quarterly and they ensure to make strategic decisions and making sure that we are still living by our mission. We also have a KW Cares staff, not to be confused with KWRI, but we are a team of 7, that we are just a small and mighty team, and making sure that we have a grants division, sorry. We have a grants division that ensures that anyone who turns in a grant is, sorry, Lexi.
Yeah, no, for sure. So yeah, and by the way, I just want to say hello to everybody. I'm Lexi Rodriguez, and hopefully I'll get to meet some of you at Mega Agent in August. So thanks for having us. But yes, to Mindy's point, we're a small team, but we're really proud of the work that we get done. We have a grants department. We also have a disaster relief department and a finance department.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yes.
And over the past 20 years, KW Cares has been around. We've been able to give out $60 million in grants and awarded to over 6,200 Keller Williams family members. And we want to continue that legacy going.
This is a slide. Can you go back to that 1 second,
Yeah.
Mindy? This is a slide I definitely want to take a pause on and share and highlight again with everyone. $60 million in 20 years is a remarkable impact that we've been able to have on our Keller Williams family. It's remarkable in a number of ways. One, $60 million, that's just a ton of assistance we've been able to provide, but we wouldn't have been able to do it without folks like yourselves on this call and throughout the rest of the KW ecosystem. All of that $60 million in donations that came to us that we then awarded to other Keller Williams family members that needed it, that all came from all of you, right? So our tagline is family helping family. And we really live and breathe that every single day. So thank you if you contribute to us. If you don't, we ask that you think about doing that, because I think this slide just really exemplifies the culture of Keller Williams and how different we are than any other company in the United States. We have looked at some research. We've done some research on our team. And when you look at other large corporations, they also have an equivalent to KW Cares within their organization. For instance, Walmart and Target. We looked at what they did, and they give up to $5,000 per grant, but it's capped at that amount for 5 years, right? So at KW Cares, you can apply for a grant with us up to $30,000 for a life-altering grant and $5,000 for an emergency grant. And we also take care of not just associates or agents, but immediate family members as well. So kudos to all of you that help us make this happen every single day. And again, thank you for your support in that manner.
And just to highlight life-altering grants, we do help with that. Like Lexi said, up to $30,000, and emergency grants up to $5,000. One of the small policy changes that we've made this past quarter was that life-altering stays the same. Emergencies and natural disasters, we had to change the policy to be only Keller Williams associates only. And same thing with contractor services. So just note that that is one policy change.
So I'd like to just pipe in here for a second. So like I was mentioning earlier, the life-altering grants, those are the bigger grants that we have. They're up to $30,000. And we're really, we're really proud of the fact that we can help folks on such a big level when they're going through a really terrible emergency or a crisis, right? Last year, what I wanted to share with you, the reason we made this policy change is that in challenging market times like we're in now, the grant requests that come to KW Cares is heightened, right? We get a lot more grant requests during a challenging market. Folks during these kinds of times just can't afford to pay for some of their basic needs. Therefore, they ask us for more assistance. Also, because transactions are down during a challenging market, we get less transactional donations. And that's the bread and butter of how we get our revenue each and every year. At least 80 to 85% of our annual revenue comes from transactional giving. So the board of directors met in May, and we had to look at changing something, because last year we had to pull out $2.2 million from our reserves to make ends meet. And we were tracking the same way this year. So for this year and this hurricane season, which is where we give primarily most of our emergency grants out of, we've changed it to just the agent only. We are hoping that we can change it back and also serve immediate family members in that emergency grant category. But we're going to have to see how the rest of the year shapes up for us financially.
And then to apply for a grant, I have the QR code here that you can go online. Everything is done through our grants portal, which is at kwcares.org. And then you'll just hover over the grants portal on the top right in our menu, and you can apply for any grants there. Like Lexi said, $5 transactional giving is our largest donations. We've received over 80% of our donation funds from transactional giving. And we did some math, and if every transaction last year gave just $5, we would have had over $5.5 million in relief. Therefore, we wouldn't have had to go and dip into our reserves for the 2.2 million to help cover for last year. And so we're helping spreading the message this year to let everyone know it's just a small gesture. Don't do that Starbucks coffee on your way to closing. Give that $5 to KW Cares and you can help make a difference in a grantee's life. So please note that. And then speaking of a grantee, I would love to introduce Daniel Rivero Vasquez. He's one of our grantees who just recently received a heart, and I would love to share this story with you.
With Keller Williams, when I signed up, one of the first things I was introduced to was about KW Cares. So to me, I've always, as a man of faith, I always believe, what the word says, that they're bigger blessing to the one that gives than the one that receives. And I immediately signed up for it. You always think on blessing people, and you're always on that side of the coin. You never expect to be on the other side. My wait ended in January 2nd, 3 months and 5 days later, when I got the call, and it was.
Thank you, God.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sounds perfect.
What
Brand
a
new.
gift of life, right?
Brand new and healthy. It's a heart you're meant to have.
Mm-hmm.
When KW Cares stepped in and they said, listen, we have a grant, we're gonna be able to help you. It was, what a relief. It was definitely something that helped me and my family in such a way that you guys wouldn't understand. And I think you do, but for me, it was like, and for my family, it was a peace of mind. And to be able to focus on just our recovery and our health and not have to worry financially. And what KW Cares did is, I will eternally be grateful.
That's what. So thank you all so much for everyone who does donate to KW Cares. You impact so many lives each year, and it's incredible. So thank you guys so much.
And I just would like to say, we hear a lot about recruitment and retention. And we hope that when you're having those conversations, either with new agents or existing agents, that you talk about KW Cares, because we are very different. Our Keller Williams culture is so different, and KW Cares is a huge part of that. And feel free to share these videos. Like Daniel, Mindy and I can sit here and talk to you all day about data and facts and all that kind of stuff. But really, the true story comes from our grantees, which is why we wanted to show that video. We have a number of other videos on our website. So if you're having a team meeting or some sort of ILC meeting or a culture meeting, please feel free to use that video or any other videos. They're there for that purpose, to share the good word. So, and like Mindy said, thank you for your support. We appreciate this time on the call.
Mindy, Lexi, there was a question in the chat. Does KW Cares have programs for the disabled? And if so, where might one go to learn about that?
So we give out grants, and I'm not sure if I understand the question correctly, but we definitely would give out grants for folks that are disabled. If they need assistance with some sort of medical bills or physical therapy or a prosthetic or something along those lines, that definitely would make them eligible for a grant with us.
Awesome. Hey, can I share a quick personal story, Mindy, Lexi?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
When I became a team leader in St. Louis, Missouri in 2012, I started my role, and my predecessor had quickly departed, as former team leaders often do. And inside her desk, way in the back, was an application to KW Cares. And I pulled it out. It was all crumpled up. It had frankly been ignored.
Oh, goodness.
And the application was for, surprisingly, the front desk coordinator at that market center. And she had twins who were about 3 or so at the time. and their son was born with a problem with a protein that prevented him from being able to open his eyelids fully. And the doctor told mom, my DFI, that, and she had only been on the job for like a month, that if he couldn't get a surgery that was about a $40,000 surgery, that he would eventually go blind. Well, the insurance company decided that that surgery was a cosmetic surgery and not a medical necessity. So they declined to do it. So the Market Center put together, I think, about $10,000, and I completed the KW Cares application, got my signature, and it was like 7 days later that a FedEx came with 30,000 or 35,000. I can't remember what the dollar amount was, but it was a large amount. And that agent, that DFI became an agent. She's one of the top KW agents in St. Louis, Missouri.
Wow.
And that young man, who I'm Facebook friends with her, that young man is can see perfectly and has a very full life as a result of KW Cares. That was 2012.
Wow.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that story, Russ.
Yes, thank
You know, I think the beautiful thing about KW Cares is that we're here. It's kind of like Dano said on the video, you just never know what's going to happen in our lives, right? You never know if we're going to get a cancer diagnosis or we're going to have a child with some sort of, you know, physical disability. And that's what we're here for, right? And so I'm glad you share that. We're here to help everybody and anyone that qualifies, right? And I'm just continue to spread the good word for us, Russ. I appreciate that story.
Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. And Kelly and I get the applications from Colorado, and we haven't seen a lot of them lately, Kelly. It seems.
No, not that many.
So let KW Cares do their thing, folks.
Yep,
Yes.
absolutely. That's what we're here for.
All right. Thank you guys. We
Thank
appreciate
you. Thanks for
you.
having us.
Thank you.
Hey, we want to celebrate some of our top performers. We're going to start with top individuals for June of 2023. We're going to start with closed units at number 4 with 4 closings: Faith Young, Jordan Casalia, Laura Springer, Warren Bunker, Allison Wall, Ilsa Hemmer, Rebecca Atencio, Terry Castledine, and Robert Isabel at, sorry, I did that backwards, Kelly, come on. And number 5 was Stacy Strayer. Reading from the bottom up. Also continuing with number 4 and 4 units: Dale Trum, Karen Hutcherson, Karen Heidman, Renee Forsyth, Samantha Gallant, Anand McManus, Natalie Gonterman, Alan Arata, and Kelly Case. At number 3, with 5 units, the Phoenix, Lauren Wilson, Victoria Merchant, Sean Reddy, Karina Kennecke, Corey Martin, and Nicholas Cervantes. At number 2, with 6 units, Colorado Dream House team from the Tech Center and Regina Stout team. And the number 1, at number 1 in closed units for top individuals, the Golesh team, Sheila Bailey, Jackie Stratton, and Jennifer Hart, each with 7 units. Congratulations, guys. Moving to volume. At number 5, Nick Cervantes. Number 9, Karina Kennecke. Number 8, Allison Wall. Number 7, Corey Martin. Number 6, Joe Clare. Number 5, Victoria Merchant. Lydia Golesh at number 4. Will Rostrom at number 3. Jackie Stratton at number 2. And Terry at number 1. Great job on closed volume. And GCI. Nicholas at number 10, Terry at number 9, Jennifer Hart at number 8, Lydia at number 7. Number 6 is Corey Martin. Number 5, Joe Clare. Jackie Stratton came in at number 4. And the top 3, Will, Allison, and Victoria. Congratulations to our top individuals. Let's move on to teams. This is 2 licensed agents. At number 5 with 7 closings, Y Rent Team, JC Realty, Ryan & Co., and the Shea Team. At number 4 with 7.5, the Racist Home Team. Number 3 with 8 units, the Tetford Team, Team Rochelle Cozzolino. Number 2, the Onyx Group in Pueblo. And number 1 with 13 closings, High Cap Homes at Denver Downtown. Congratulations all. Moving on to volume. Number 10, Tetford Team Real Estate. Number 9, Y Rent Team. Number 8, the J&J Group. Number 7, the Blonder Team. Number 6, Ryan and Co. Signature Home Team came in at number 5. The Phillips Team at number 4. And our top 3, the Shea Team at 4.8 million, JC Realty at 5.4, and High Caps Homes at 6.3. Great job, teams. Moving to finally to GCI for teams, J&J Group came in at 10. The Races Home Team at number 9, Ryan and Co. Number 8, Bovin and Bovin from the Tech Center at number 7. Number 6 is the Y Rent Team. Number 5, the Phillips Team. Number 4, Signature Home Team. And our top 3, High Cap Homes, JC Realty, and the Shea Team at number 1. Congratulations. Moving to groups. This is more than 2 licensed agents. For closed units with 14 units, the Artisan Group, Flourish, and Colorado Lifestyle Real Estate Group. Number 9 with 15 units, Relevate and the Awaka Group. Number 8, Kibler Group. Number 7 with 17.65 units, Jamie Baker Orr Team. Number 6, the Happy Home Matchmaker with 18 units. Number 5, Tony Greer and Associates. Number 4, the Dixon Group with 21 units. And our top 3, the Johnson Team with 22 units. Empower Home Team with 26 units, and Elite Home Partners with 40 units. Great job all. Moving on to volume. The Awaka Group came in at number 10. The Strange Team at number 9. The Alchemy Group at number 8. The Artisan Group at number 7. Number 6, Happy Home Matchmaker. Number 5, the Johnson Team. Number 4, Colorado Lifestyle Real Estate Group. And our top 3, the Dixon Group, Empower Home Team, and number 1, Elite Home Partners. Great job, everyone. Moving on to GCI. The Awaka Group came in with 193,884. The Atha Team in Grand Junction at just shy of 200,000. The Strange Team from Denver North at just over 200,000 in GCI. The Johnson Team at 202. Number 6 is the Alchemy Group from the Highlands. Number 5 with 224,000, Colorado Lifestyle Real Estate Group. Number 4 is Happy Home Matchmaker from KW Partners. And our top 3 are the Dixon Group with 245,000 in GCI, Empower Home Team with 432, and Elite Home Partners at number 1 with $559,160. Congratulations, top groups. Moving on to market centers. For closed volume, KW Partners came in number 5, Denver West, number 4, and our top 3 were Client's Choice, Denver Downtown, and breaking 100 million, Denver Tech Center. Great job, everyone. For units, Client's Choice came in with 131, Pueblo with 133, Partners with 145, Denver Downtown with 167, and Tech Center led in closed units at 195. And listings taken, Denver Downtown took 102, Denver North 106, Partners took 143, Tech Center took 156, and Pueblo led the way with a whopping 328 listings. Is that a typo, Kelly?
That was not a typo. That was what report told me. That's amazing.
That's amazing. I wonder how many of those Jamie took. I bet she took a bunch of them. Gross agents, Denver Southeast and Denver Highlands hired 8. Littleton and Client's Choice hired 9. And our top 3 for hires were North Jeffco with 10, Downtown and Central with 11 and tech center hired 18. Great job. Let's move to Cato's market update. Cato, you ready?
1 second to get this screen shared. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So not a lot has gone on this month overall. As you all know, in the Fed meeting in June, they did not raise rates any. The next Fed meeting is the 25th and 26th of July. We are expecting probably a 25 basis point raise. GDP Q1 really was only up 1.1%, so the economy is slowing. Labor Board reported that we had 209 jobs over the correction of 306 in May. So we are also seeing a slowdown in the job sector. Now, we are not seeing the slowdown in construction that we need to see that will really offset things. So that's one of the things that the Fed is still looking for there. When we look at CPI and PCE, we are seeing a slowdown again. You know, there were predictions that we'd get down to our 2% inflation rate by the end of the year. The chance of that is basically zero at this point. We're hoping to get down to somewhere between 4.1 and 4.2 by the end of the year, just with the metrics that we see coming up. So the mortgage board had originally expected that we'd be somewhere around 5.5% for prime by the end of the year. We're currently at 8.25%. The Fed last week did announce that there is a possibility they will do 3 raises this year instead of 2 more. If that's said, the basics they usually do is about 25 basis points. So we could be upwards of 9% or higher possibly by the end of the year. What this means for your buyers is that they will lose some buying power and your sellers need to sell more quickly because it will be harder for buyers to purchase. So really make sure that you're getting people off the fences that you need to. Right now, we do not look like it will be a full 9% by the end of the year, but we really don't know. Mortgage applications are down 55% since April of 2021. Now, they have gone up a little bit in this last month, so that has been good. However, at this time of year when it should be our peak season, as you can see here, May, June, July should all be consistently going up. And you can see that we've had some deviation southbound just based on pricing right now. This is not bad news. This is actually good. It gives us the market correction we need to help our affordability index. So in Denver, this is actually a positive thing. When we look at mortgage rates, you know, this will just kind of give you an idea that we're cleaning out the ones that had the just lost my train of thought there. We're getting ones that had the locks on them out and we're starting to go back up again. But year over year, we are seeing a rise in those. Again, going back to, we look at the golden era and we think, you know, that was normal. That was never normal. That was kind of a period where we just had lower rates than any time in history. And when we actually look at our 30 stretch from March of 1990 to February of 2020, the average rate was 6.13. So we are above it, but we're not that far above it. So I'm hearing a lot of agents talk about the sky is falling. This is terrible. We're never going to be able to sell anything again. Nothing could be further from the truth, folks. We're actually getting back to a normalized market. And that's actually great for our economy. That actually helps us out as realtors as well. And if you take a listing, think of it this way, you have more time to market your services. It just means you need to be better at communicating with your clients so that they really understand the value that you bring. Fed dot plot hasn't changed any. Basically, they're showing that in 24, they do expect rates to drop some. That would make sense with everything that we're seeing right now. And, you know, the buying conditions for homes, it is lower just because people got used to these low amounts for their mortgages. Now they're having to really prioritize how they're spending money properly so that they can afford the houses they want. We will see some downward pressure on pricing between now and the end of the year. If rates go up again, that just helps us with our affordability index. In July, we went up 1.18% for the median close price from 595 to 600. Closed home sales was down 7.2%, with the volume down 4.63%, and months inventory going up. All this really means is that we're normalizing. A balanced market in Denver is between 5 and 6 months, depending on who you talk to. And what I want you to understand is we're still less than a month days on the market. Correct. Right now, we're median 7 days. We're averaging right around 11 days. We are still an extremely strong seller's market. So please realize that this is all good news for us as realtors, and it's good news for your clients if they utilize the market correctly. Active listings right now are 6,070, 5628 new listings, and 4385 pending sales. So again, we're in a pretty good market right now. What this basically means is that you need to really go back and look at Shift Tactics 7 if you're not constantly working on that right now, because you can have your clients be on the market but not be in the market, and that's the real critical piece, because you don't want to be the people chasing the market. So make sure you're pricing right. Do not take overpriced listings right now. You will not get them sold in this market. I'm sure you're all seeing that appraisers are getting very, very conservative right now. We're going to see that trend continue. Again, Colorado is still looking, that is a great place where we do not have a bubble. We're not going to see what they're seeing in San Diego and Seattle and places like that. So we are definitely in a good spot. So with that being said, please, please, please continue to talk to your sphere. Be the economist of choice. Be the person that they're talking to. Make sure you're getting trained on how to price properties correctly. Make sure you're hitting at least 3 listing appointments a month. Restudy, shift, and MREA. Practice your scripts daily. Russ, we had a little bit of time. Is there anybody who has any questions?
Yeah, if you got any questions, take yourself off mute or put your question in the chat. Cato, while people are doing that, I'm just curious. You said practice scripts for this market daily. What do you say to our buyers who might say to you, you know, I want to wait for rates to come down? I mean, how do you address that, Cato?
So, Russ, why don't you role play with me for a minute? So go ahead and use whatever objection you want.
Hey, Cato, I'm going to hold off on buying that let's call it first time home, because I want to see rates come down first.
Awesome, Russ. So my question is, do you want to wait 3, 4, or 5 years? Because that's probably what you're going to look at realistically. Now, rates may go down a bit, but as you can see, looking at the data that I've put in front of you, that the median price, the average price are still going up. So as those prices go up, it's going to diminish your purchase power, and you're going to lose the tax incentive. You're going to lose the appreciation. So how much longer do you want to be the one who's getting run over by the market, Russ?
Love it. That's awesome. Cato, what about the guy that says kind of the opposite script, the seller who says, I want to wait to put my home on the market until inventory returns because there's nothing out there for me to move into?
Oh, Russ, that's perfect, because I actually dealt with that one this last week. So, so here's the thing. Your pricing is still going up, and we can make the purchase of your home contingent upon and concurrent with your purchase of a new home. Trust me, if we get this home to show ready conditions and it is as amazing as it can be, I can get a buyer to wait a little bit longer. We will get you started. But here's what we're going to do, Russ. We're going to get you working on starting to look for properties the day we put you on the market, not a day before, not a day after. The day we put it on, we're going to start looking for you too, so that we're hitting both pieces at the same time. Is that fair enough?
Love it. Awesome. Who else has questions for Cato on the current market?
Casey asked, can you go back to the not in the bubble slide, please? Casey, did you have a question?
And Kelly, I sent you these slides so you can send them out to people as well,
Yes.
if he just wants to take a shot of it.
Thank you, Cato.
I have a question. When we're talking to our agents or we're talking to buyers and sellers, what do we say is, this is the opportunity of today?
A couple of things, Tammy. You know, we're seeing out there with many companies, they are definitely running the Chicken Little scheme. They are saying the sky is falling, it's horrible, it's terrible. And so we're actually seeing more price reductions than we probably should right now, even with things going up. And I'm going to go back to my DMAR slide here. We only went up 1.18%. If you look year over year, the last 3 years, we were up 3.48%. I'm sorry, 3.4, and I think it was like 6% in July. We're seeing these go up less because we're seeing some massive price reductions in some of these. So one of the conversations that I had with my client that Russ and I were role playing on was, listen, we're going to be able to get you into a place for less money right now because the sellers feel a little more desperate. And then we're going to turn around and I'm going to stay in contact with you every single month. The lender's going to stay in contact with you every single month. And when it's time to refi, we're going to make this even more attractive for you. So if you want to know what it is now, would you like to get a little extra equity in the property that you're purchasing, not lose it on your sales side, because I understand what's going on with the market. And then when we turn around, refi it later with the little bit that he's going to finance, we'll just make him a little extra money where he's not losing as much on the back end on the interest rate.
Fair, thanks.
Got it. Other questions for Cato? Cato, I'm curious, if somebody wants to make sure that they are staying abreast of what's happening in the Colorado market, like what are a couple resources that you would tell us to go to like, I see where, I know where we can get this DMAR slide, but
Right.
What else are you looking at each month?
So I look at info tracks on RE Colorado, and each of the MLSs has their own. So obviously, if you're not in Denver, that's fine. I use Megan Aller's stuff a lot. She is with First American. My only request, folks, is if, for instance, Megan spends a huge amount of time crunching numbers, and I use it some of my teaching, like when I do Money Market Mondays and everything. Please utilize these people. Don't use her slides and then go off to another title person. You know, if they're giving you the resources, help them out a bit. I spent, the Fed report that comes out on the 27th of this month, I'll actually sit down and read. The CPA, I'll sit down and read. The first couple times you read them, they make absolutely no sense. But even our state puts out state of the economy. All of these matter so that when you're reading these reports through the various modes for real estate, you actually understand what's going on behind the scenes. And that's one of the more important parts. The other piece is take a look at the legislation. There were 41 pieces of legislation so far this year that affect real estate. We have 15 new forms, or I should say 15 amended forms coming out in January due to some of these law changes. Make sure you're keeping abreast of all this, because this will change the value of a home. For instance, if they want a landlord to register in a certain jurisdiction, that usually lowers the value of rentals in that jurisdiction because fewer landlords want to deal with all the bureaucracy.
Right.
Understanding that makes a big difference in being able to help your sellers, help your buyers in that area.
Love it. All right. Thank you, as usual, Cato, for providing us with that update. We're going to hand it over to our guest today, Dusty. I don't see him, but there he is. Hey, Dusty.
Hey guys, how are you today? Can you hear me okay, Russ?
We can hear you just perfectly. Thank you.
Hey, perfect. Well, hey, thank you so much for allowing me some time today to be with you. I'm actually in Louisiana and just ran out of coaching in there to come be with you guys. First of all, I'm so honored also to be coming to the Rocky Mountain Summit, coming right around the corner, and just wanted to take a few minutes and pour as much value into you as I possibly can, answer any questions for you that I can, and trust that this will be of value to you. So, when I think about where we are in this market as agents, as leaders, as people. I don't know about you. I've never seen anything like what we've been through. which means we're not going to have seen anything like what we're going through right now or what's coming, right? We know the statistics out there of how many agents have already left our industry, how many agents they're predicting they're going to follow in that. And so I wanted today just to briefly talk about how do we make sure that we are in no way, shape, or form part of that statistic, that we're part of the statistic that says, hey, not only did we survive through this, I believe wholeheartedly that we have the opportunity to thrive right in the middle of this. And here's how we do that. First of all, so I'm reading a book right now by a gentleman named Dr. Tony Evans. And Dr. Tony Evans talks about that most people get up every day and their feet hit the floor and they think, oh man, I'm up, right? I don't know about you. You ever had a day like that? Anybody? Your feet hit the floor in the morning, you're like, all right, man, here we go. What do I have to do? What's going to come my way? What challenges? Who's upset, right? What fire do I need to put out? And so I think that's very true for us in the real estate industry, especially today, that I think there are many people getting up thinking, oh man, I'm up. Not knowing what to do, not knowing what's next, feeling a sense of frustration. And so he says that we are not called to be a people that wake up in the morning and think, oh man, we're up. He says we're called to be a people that when we wake up in the morning and our feet hit the floor, that the world says, oh man, they're up, right? Now that's completely different, right, Russ? Like, I don't know about you, when Dusty Oglesby's feet hit the floor in the morning, I want the world to go, he's up. Right? Everybody better get ready. Okay. And I believe that's what it's going to take in this season and in the season to come. Okay. Here's what I can tell you. Every one of us on this screen or wherever you're listening, we have two things in common. That is, we all have a life and we all get to leave a legacy. Would you agree with that? Every single one of us, right? We all have a life and we're all going to leave a legacy. My question to you is, what does that life look like? And what legacy are you going to leave? Dr. Tony Evans says this. He says that we are called to live a life of distinction. Come on now. And a legacy of distinction. What does distinction mean? Distinction means set apart. Distinction means different, right? Like, I don't know about you. I got two beautiful kids at home named Caitlin and Grayson. We call them Scooby and Dooby. When I'm no longer here one day, I trust that my kids are going to say, my dad was different. My dad wasn't like your dad. My dad played big. My dad changed my world. And my dad left a legacy of distinction, different, right? Like, I know that my bride, I've told her, I'm like, hey, mama, one of these days I'm not going to be here. And I just want you to know you won't ever marry again. And I'll tell you why, because there ain't another one like me. You ain't going to find them. Okay. I'm different. Right? So, hey, if you're on the call and you know my bride, make sure you share that with her too, right? I trust, man, that people go, hey, they're different. Do you want to know how you're going to win in this market and the market that's to come? That you set yourself apart that much. That you're able to adjust as it comes your way, okay? Like, hey, there's a lot of uncontrollables. There's plenty of things that you and I don't get to choose. What we can choose is three things. Here's what they are. I want you to write them down. This is how you build a life of distinction and leave a legacy of distinction. The first thing you do is you show up. Okay, now everybody hear me. I don't mean like check the box, I'm here and I'm on screen because they'll notice if I'm not. I mean, show up. You guys tracking with me, Colorado? Okay. Like that's who's going to win. That even if you only have 50% in your tank, you give 100% of your 50% and you show up. That when you walk into a room, the room changes. Everybody hear me. Every room you walk into, it changes. My question is, how does it change? It changes based on how you show up. You with me on this? Okay. I won't live a life of distinction or leave a legacy for distinction with my kids if I show up tonight and say, hey guys, dad's tired tonight. All right, I need some time. Okay, the way I'm going to leave a life of distinction and legacy distinction is when I show up tonight and everything in my being just wants to go to bed, that I come in and set the climate of my home. That I come in and go, hey, we're about to have some fun, right? Okay, you guys track with me on this? When I walk into the living room of a seller, I show up. You with me? I show up prepared, more prepared than any agent ever has been. You will perform at your level of preparation. Are you showing up prepared, or are you winging it when you walk into the room? Okay. Secondly, you be present. You be present. Can I tell you the biggest thing that's keeping you from being present? This right here. It's keeping you from being present. Okay. My daughter, when she was 4 years old, she crawled up in my lap and she said, "Hey, Dad, can I show you some pictures on my Kindle?" Okay. For the record, Colorado, I didn't even know Kindles took pictures. Okay. So she crawls up in my lap. She starts showing me the most random pictures you've ever seen in your life. Okay. Like her stuffy's having a picnic outside. Like, I don't even know how she got outside. I don't know who was watching this girl. It must have been her mama. It wasn't me. She out there by herself with her stuffies, right? There's one picture, our dog is on the kitchen table. I don't understand how that happened. All right. But let me tell you 5 pictures in a row what I saw. I saw me, her dad, in the background of her pictures like this. Anybody? My daughter living her best life. And I'm checked out, not present. Let me ask you a question today. Where in your life, where in your business, where in your finances, where in your heart, where in your mind are you not present? Because can I tell you something? Everybody around you knows if you don't know. They all know that you're not present. Okay. The people who win are the people that are present. If you want to know what present shows, it looks like, any of you ever met Mo Anderson? Has anybody ever met Mo? Spend some time with Mo. Okay. When you meet Mo Anderson, can I tell you something? You're the only person in the room. Nobody else exists other than you. Okay. First time I ever met Mo, I couldn't wait. Man, 14,000 people in the room at family reunion. I waited my turn in line. I walked up. I had rehearsed what I was going to say. She reached out. She grabbed my hands. I said, "Mo, I want to thank you because I literally would not be who I am today without you. You're the pillar of our company. Thank you for being you, because if you weren't you, I wouldn't be me. And I love you." And she reached up and grabbed my face and she said, "Oh, honey, you got it all wrong. I wouldn't be me if you weren't you." And I thought, yeah, you would. You're Mo Anderson, right? But here's what Mo knows. She knows what it means to be present. She knows that she wouldn't be her if it wasn't for me. And she wouldn't be her if it wasn't for you. You tracking with me on this? She gets it. She's present. Okay. And the final one is you got to be consistent. The people that are going to win in the next 12 months will not be the most talented. They won't be the ones who've done it the longest. They'll be the ones that are the most consistent. That day in, day out, okay, they get up, they show up, okay, they're present, and they're consistent day in, day out. Here's the secret to this business that's not a secret. Time on task, done consistently over time. That's it. Okay, it's, everybody hear me. It's not about doing more, okay? It's not about working harder. It's about doing the right task, the right way, consistently at the right time. That's it, right? We do those 3 things. And here's what I firmly believe. You and I will live a life of distinction, and we will leave a legacy of distinction. And the final thing I'll leave you with is this. There's a saying that says, when you're running a marathon, you better know why you're running, because the last mile is going to ask you. Okay, I'm going to say that again. When you're running a marathon, you better know why you're running, because the last mile is going to ask you. Okay. Let me tell you something, team. We're in the middle of this shift. We're not on the end of it. It's not going anywhere. And you are in a marathon. And if you don't know why you're running today, that it's about to get really loud. You tracking with me on this? What I'm going to bring to you guys when I come there, which I'm so excited, by the way, to come to Vail. I just want y'all to know the average temperature in Dallas, Texas this week is 105. Okay. So bless y'all. Y'all have this beautiful thing called trees and nature and cool air. Now, anyway, I'm so excited, so honored to come there. But what we're going to be talking about is, how do you know that why? Do you know it? Do you know your purpose? Are you living and breathing for a purpose? Are you operating and moving in that purpose? And are you being on purpose? You will not get where you get or where you desire to be by accident. Okay. Nobody goes uphill by accident. And John Maxwell says, everything worthwhile, everything is uphill. Okay. So I'm not here to sugarcoat it. The game in front of us, Colorado, is uphill. And the people who willingly and consistently walk into that and know why they're walking into it. Okay. Gary tells us all the time, when your why is big enough, the how will show up. And so I'm honored, excited, so thankful. Kelly, Russ, thank you for the opportunity to be on today. Thank you for the opportunity to come and speak to you guys live here in just the next couple months. What questions can I answer for you? How can I help you? Anything at all, Russ?
I'm checking the chat here. I took some great notes, Dusty. I appreciate it. And we will see you on September 14th and 15th in Vail.
Yes, sir.
We're bringing
I'm
awesome
so
weather
excited.
that weekend, so bring your bride.
Hey, I was fixing to say, guys, my bride never travels with me. She's only been to Hawaii. That was a given. And now she's coming to Vail. So that's how high you guys are up on the list, man. So, hey, I love you. Thank you for the opportunity today. And I cannot wait to spend time with you here in just the next couple of weeks. You guys go after it. Live a life of distinction. Build a legacy of distinction. It's your choice. Okay. Russ, thank you. Bless you
Thanks,
guys.
Dusty. Take care. All right. One final thing. We're going to do a drawing for a ticket to the summit. And we've got all registered. There's like a lot of names in here, Kelly.
I know.
Here we go.
A lot of people not on the call must be present to win, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Casey Clark, I saw her earlier. Casey, we'll see you at the summit. Take care, everybody. Talk soon.